today we'll be doing a raw pull day, so your typical back and biceps. I typically do a huge back day, and I sometimes decide to, if I'm going to be doing pull day, incorporate some arms, or if I'm doing just a back day, just back day. But today we'll be doing back and arms, so your typical lat pull downs, barbell rows, tricep push downs, and bicep curls. And I'm going to be taking you guys with me. So if you're new to the channel, I typically post how-to videos when it comes to the gym, how to get shredded, how to bulk up, blah 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 blah. My purpose is that I'm a natural lifter that's been lifting for nearly 5 years. I started off with no one. It was really hard for me to, get in the gym and actually build a physique that I'm happy with, but it doesn't have to be for you. So if you guys have any questions, doesn't matter how crazy it sounds or crazy it is, ask me down below. I answer everyone. You can trust me. We are all in this together. That's my biggest quote right there. So anyways, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It allows us to make better quality videos. So let's get straight to the workout. I just took some pre-workout. Pre-workout is not necessary. All right, so I typically don't recommend you take pre-workout unless you take it already, if that makes sense. When I was younger, I used to take lots of pre-workout, and what it does, it just gives you more energy. It's caffeine essentially. So, and it does help. Certain pre-workouts have certain ingredients that allow you to focus more, have certain ingredients that gives you a better pump. So it is very nice. It does help a lot, but is it necessary? Absolutely not, says the guy with a bunch of pre-workout in the background. But still, I don't use pre-workout anymore. I just drink Monster, just because economically speaking, it's wise. I'm not making any money on YouTube, so spending all this much money on pre-workout has been unwise. And I spent thousands of dollars on pre-workout, not even kidding. So we're gonna get straight to the workout. I drank my pre-workout 20 minutes ago. In 10 minutes, I'm gonna it's gonna really kick in, and then we can properly do a workout. So let's get straight to it, boys. Let's enjoy it. All right, so typically in all my back days, I start off with some sort of heavy lat pull down. I do pull-ups. Do I recommend you do pull-ups if you're a beginner that you have never done pull-ups in your life? Absolutely not. I recommend you focus on lat pull downs. However, practice on your pull-ups. So there are a few things you can do. I would recommend you do this. Let's just say I'm a brand new lifter. I've never done a pull-up before. What do I expect? So first of all, you want to decide. Do you want to do wide grip or close grip? I would recommend close grip since it's the easiest one. You want to start off easy. And I would typically do this. I would jump, hold, and try to slowly go down and repeat this movement. Why? Because eccentric is very important, and if you're building on one platform, everything else is gonna work, and you wanna take your time with this. And of course, when you're progressing with the lat pull downs, you will be eventually strong enough to lift your own body weight. So practice with this in the beginning, but don't let it be your main focus just yet. Just because you're not doing any muscle movement, you're not doing anything, you're failing, but it doesn't matter. You wanna build up to it. So I could do it, which means I'm gonna be starting off with this. I typically do wide grip or close grip. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes I switch it from time to time. All right, so I typically do 4 to 5 sets as my working set, just because this is a heavy movement. And in terms of reps, up to failure, whatever I could do till failure is my goal. I don't really count reps. If I do 4 one day just because I'm heavier, that's a W. I reached the failure. This is more for strength, making sure my strength is up. In terms of reps, my biggest advice is to not focus on a rep. Focus on a rep range. So lat pull downs, I would do 8 to 12 reps. I want to aim for those reps right here. One day it could be 8, one day it could be 10. It doesn't matter. But if you're only pushing 4 reps for that specific weight, lower it down and try to get to 8 to 12. Find a weight that allows you to be like that. If you're doing 20 reps, increase the weight. You understand where I'm coming from? So let's do it.
Your bodies were submerged inside these heavy-duty garbage bags.
Did you hear that? Fantastic.
So this is it. The evil bastard Klaus has gone too far. Must be punished.
All right, so this workout, I'm gonna be doing one more set, but when it comes to more hypertrophy style workouts that don't require brute strength, I typically go for 8 to 12 reps, 3 to 4 sets, and I typically don't wanna bully the weight. I wanna feel the weight. So when I'm going up, I use this advantage. So when I'm going up, I like to go slowly and feel the stretch. So I'm adding constant tension, which means I have different variations where I can improve on. This is great for becoming stronger, improving, and well, growing your back and muscle in general. So I'm gonna be doing one more set of this, one more or two more sets of this, and then we'll be doing some barbell rows, which we'll be doing more of the strength base. So lower reps and more bullying the weight, and then we'll go back to hypertrophy stuff. So slower, controlled reps. So I'm gonna catch my breath. I'm gonna get to the next set.
Land things on your monster. You know what? She's right.
So that was a great workout. There's a few things that I didn't film, but it is what it is. But I'm gonna quickly talk about my cutting update. So let's get straight to it. All right, so this new style is raw and unfiltered. This is like kind of the first time I've done this, and I like it. Obviously, I have multiple styles of filming. This is one of them. But anyways, I want to quickly talk about my cutting update. As you can see, I'm still fluffy. I'm nowhere near to where I want to be, but I've been making progress. So I made a mistake of dirty bulking. I wanted to do it to show you guys that it's useless, and this video will be coming in the future once I'm shredded enough. Spoiler alert, it is useless. But dirty bulking kind of messed with me. It is taking longer than I wanted to get shredded. It is all my fault. I'm making excuses regardless of everything. So I am pushing harder, and telling everyone around me to stop hanging out with me. I have to go back to being antisocial, hiding in a box, and just only focusing on the gym, because I don't really do too well multitasking with the gym, in the sense that going out to eat is so difficult to maintain or get shredded, at least in the beginning, depending on certain places. If I'm going out for steak and fries, that's easy to maintain. But if I'm going out for a specific Asian cuisine where it could be off by 500 calories to 1,000, it's not likely that I'm going to be doing well, if that makes sense. So no more restaurants, no more doing fun stuff. I actually prefer being in the gym, just focusing on one thing and one thing only: the gym, YouTube, and everything that's important. So that's the little update on the gym and everything. And we are back on track, and I do feel leaner. I feel more comfortable to show my physique. We haven't showed it perfectly, but yeah, the dirty bulk was bad. We got pretty bad. But if you guys want to, you can follow my Instagram. You can see how I used to look when I was shredded, and I looked pretty cool shredded. And I think we packed on a lot of muscle this time around. So I think I'll be 6-7 kilos heavier of muscle on this cut. So I'm hoping to achieve 97 kg shredded. That's what my goal is. Last year we were at 92, 93. So 97 is a good number to have. A crazy number to have as a natural lifter, by the way. But I'm currently at 105-ish, so we've still have a long way to go. So anyway, that is the end of the YouTube video. This is actually the first time I did a raw video. I feel like it's been a while, and I like to switch things up around. Maybe I do more montage style. Maybe I do more of a raw style. Maybe we do a bit of both. Doesn't really matter. But anyways, thank you guys so much for all the support. It's a pleasure to make these YouTube videos. I love everything about it, and it's amazing seeing the support I get. So thank you for those who have subscribed to the channel, left a like, commented down below. It means a lot. If you haven't already, and if you want to subscribe to the channel, it does help us make better quality videos. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like down below. If you learned anything special, and if you have any questions, comment down below. I never judge anyone. If you have any crazy questions, doesn't matter how crazy it is, comment it down below. I'm always there to respond, and I will always be there for you guys. And if you want to, you can follow my Instagram at Penuti, 3 eyes in the back. So I will see you guys on Monday. Peace, boys.